Dear student, in this video I would like to discuss about types of free vibration. So there are three different types of vibration. First one, longitudinal vibration, second, transverse vibration, and third, torsional vibration. So let us to discuss about one by one. First one is that longitudinal vibration. So you can see, observe the diagram. The any kind of vibration I am going to explain by considering the weightless spring or shaft whose one end is fixed and other end is carrying a heavy disc. You can see the diagram. Okay, so uh, you can observe the diagram of longitudinal vibration. When the different particles of the shaft or disc moves parallel to the axis of the shaft. So this is the axis of the shaft. Okay, so that means the shaft or disc moves parallel to the axis of the shaft, then the vibration is known as longitudinal vibration. Okay, so in this case the shaft is elongated or shortened alternately so that the shaft moves up and down, resulting in compressive stresses and tensile stresses are induced in the shaft alternately, right? And let us to discuss about transverse vibration. So this is the transverse vibration when the different particles of the shaft or disc moves approximately perpendicular to the axis of the shaft. So this is the axis of the shaft which is perpendicular to the shaft, then the vibration is known as a transverse vibration. So in this case the shaft has to be bent, okay, and the bending stresses are induced in the shaft. Okay, and next one, third one, torsional vibration. So this is the torsion vibration, right? So when the different particles of the shaft or disc moves in a circle, right? So this is the circle which the disc moves about the axis of the shaft, right? So then the vibrations are known as a torsional vibration. So in this case the shaft has to be twisted and untwisted alternately, and torsional shear stress are induced in the shaft, right? So here I would like to show one simple videos of longitudinal vibration and torsional vibration, right? So this is the longitudinal vibration. The weight has to be fixed to the spring. The spring is fixed to one end and another is fixed to the weight, where the axis is
Natural
parallel to the
and forced vibrations.
where the axis of the shaft is parallel to the longitudinal vibration.
This experiment is regarding we have to find the natural frequencies of a two system torsional vibration. So here there are like two rotors. One is of 3.4 kg, another is of 2.15 kgs, a shaft and two pairs of added weights. So first of all, we need to find the torsional vibrations uh, of the system without adding any mass. For assisting me in calculating time, I need a person. So my friend would join me to calculate the time required and the vibrations. So here I'll rotate one in clockwise and other in anti-clockwise and release and find the time required for three oscillations. 1, 2, 3, and go. Stop. So here we find that the time for 3 vibrations is 2.39 seconds. And similarly, we need to do this for 5 and 10 number of vibrations and calculate the average time required and then the natural frequency of the shaft. Second part, we need to add the weights. So now I'll add 0.05 kg of weight. Okay, so now I've added 0.5 kg of weight on both the sides, and again I'll repeat the experiment for 3 number of oscillations. Repeat one, rotate one rotor in the clockwise, another in anti-clockwise direction, and then release 1, 2, 3. 3 and stop. And then we find the time required for 3 number of oscillations, which is 2.83 seconds. Repeat the experiment for 5 and 10 oscillations. For the next part, add 0.77 kgs on both the sides and repeat the experiment for 3 and 5 number of oscillations. The inference of this experiment is we get to find the natural frequencies of the torsional vibrations. So if we find the natural frequency, it is required because in case of an rotating system, for example a crank shaft, then if a system vibrates at its natural frequency, then there may be